That's where our hero steps in and saves the day. We put Jonathan through a lot shooting this film. He wasn't the best actor, especially when reacting to getting hit. He's what you call a flincher. So I told the stuntman to really just go to town on him. It's the only way to get an honest performance sometimes. Our props master tried to make the weapons soft, but there's only so much you can do. Lucky for us, Dick's entire body was covered in that spacesuit. That thing was a lifesaver when it came to hiding bruises.
How curious. They dissolved into what appears to be gold.
You'll notice the gold disappears when Dick touches it. We had a deleted scene that explained he's actually teleporting it back to his ship. It's funny, no one ever questioned how Dick was able to walk around with an infinite amount of gold on him. We had to redo these shots. Our first attempt was kind of a disaster. We tried using real apes, thought it'd cut down on the costume budget a bit. But have you ever tried working with apes? They are the worst actors ever. They don't sit still for a moment, and the second you take your eyes off of them, they're flinging their feces all over the place. Jonathan refused to work with them after he got well, let's just say that he had to take more than a couple of showers one day. You know, you never forget the smell of monkey poo. We steam cleaned the studio top to bottom. Still never got rid of it entirely. All through the rest of the shot, we kept finding those little surprises hiding inside various props. Boy, were those the days. Really top-notch stop-motion effects, huh? Unfortunately, we skimped on the Dick Starspeed puppet a little.
The Earthman is not for you to eat, fiend.
Well, this was groundbreaking. We had the woman rescuing the man for once. We were really ahead of our time with this scene, but then again, I've always been rather progressive. The studio exec didn't seem to get why it was such a big deal, though. Sorry, we don't see this as anything unusual. Ha! Of course! It's unusual. A woman would never save the man. It just doesn't happen. Not in the movies, not in real life. I don't know why we didn't get more recognition for this scene. I guess I was just a little too ahead of my time.
Thank you for saving me, strange woman. What is your name?
I am the magnificent Scarlet Nova. Do not question my motives. Just be happy that you are still alive. I must speak with my father at once. I shall teleport to his chambers.
So we'll be seeing our first example of teleportation being used by Scarlet right here. As soon as this current shot ends, which should be happening any second now.
Huh? Where is this place? This is not my father's chambers.
You have disobeyed me for the final time, Scarlet. Enjoy an eternity in the Tower of Eternal Solitude. For all eternity!
The old fool did not notice I am wearing my jetpack.
Booster usage. Jump. Wait. Use booster. Survive deadly fall.
Scarlet didn't quite realize she needed to shoot those energy orbs down below. Keep in mind, Stacy was doing this on a soundstage, okay? energy imps. Such a neat effect. We had to paint each movement frame by frame and superimpose it into live footage. We were pulling all-nighters for weeks. Well, when I said we, I meant the artists. I'm pretty much useless if I don't get a solid 10 hours a night. But they were at it forever. They had to redo it all because I accidentally told them red instead of blue the first time. Artists. The fearless sea monster, always patrolling the shore, eagerly awaiting for his next meal.
Curses! My father revoked my access to the teleport terminals. I shall only be able to utilize the ones I activate manually.
I knew you would return.
Puny Earthman, you shall help me overthrow the Emperor.
Why would you turn against your own father? How do I know I can trust you?
This scene. This is practically Shakespeare in outer space.
Just as the entire planet does.
And, huh? Patrick, what's wrong with the video?
Sorry, sir. Technical problems.
Darn it, we're missing some really good writing here.
There. Sorry about that.
Well, we just passed right by her big scene. Basically, they agree to work together, but one must stay behind in the sleep chamber at all times.
Should I rewind?
Never mind. I'll continue from here. Right from the start, our budget was a little tight, even by standards back then. To make do, Tony shot a couple scenes in black and white. Originally, he intended to use it for flashbacks. But then I had to break it to him. Our film doesn't have flashbacks. We almost made it a silent film just to cut costs. I felt it was an absolute necessity we have a T-Rex in this film, but we got this Serato thing instead. Of course, I went through the whole production thinking it was a T-Rex because, really, who can tell the difference anyway?
It would appear that now is the time for us to climb the Deadly Tower of Monsters.
Good screenwriting 101. Always announce the title within the film itself. How else are you going to let the audience know your heroes really mean business? Now, that weapon, it's just an electric shaver, but, you know, I bet you'd never guess it was, would you? They look so futuristic. Use of that one at some of our meetings with the studio. Oh, you'd like to see records of where our budget went to this month? Sure, let me get that for you right now. Boom, boom. Yeah. Unfortunately, those meetings ended in a much different way. Taxidermist who helped us out with these bat creatures for real cheap. And he's not good. He's kind of sloppy if you want to know the truth. But that's the best part. A sloppy bat looks scarier. Oh, but you gotta sew up that sphincter. Just trust me on that one. the squids. Some board member had these nephews who really wanted to be in the films. They made me cast them as squids. Whatever happened to artistic integrity? If you're going to cast a role not on merit, at least let it be a hot female role. My effects team kept assuring me the strings wouldn't be visible in the final cut, but I could see them. No transparent nylon. This stuff will do the trick. Yeah, right. I swear, those darn strings is what made my hair go white.
Air teleport usage. Jump. While in the air, use teleport. Quickly return to upper floor.
Designed this creature to reflect the human condition. Always hungry, never satisfied. The bottomless pit of the beast's stomach. I don't know, you say stuff like that in interviews and your film always wins awards. You don't want to miss a single minute of this scene. The nuclear ends. Hey, we need to remind the audience our heroes are climbing a tower. So I needed something that would stick to walls. Originally, we had these web-footed what-have-yous. Not very scary. And then I left some cake out in my trailer, and it was crawling with ants in the morning. And that's when it hit me. What is the most obnoxious thing in the world?
Oh no! This head belonged to my co-pilot robot. He was the most loyal companion in the galaxy.
Dick. Malfunction. Dick. Malfunction.
These Gravorians will pay dearly for this, my friend.
Now, what's a space adventure film without a trusty robot sidekick, huh? Am I right? In the original draft, we had Dick and Scarlet team up with an alien from the planet's surface. You know the type, pointy ears, wise and emotionless. But then we came to our senses and realized that a giant tin can robot's way cooler. Besides, everybody was doing the alien thing back then. You know me, I'd rather be a trailblazer. The insurance company made us install those safety guards after our actors fell off the set one too many times. Granted, they kept falling off even with the rails, but thanks to how the contract was laid out, we were no longer liable for their injuries. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it's time to talk about the elephant in the room. Why on earth does this crazy film have title cards on screen when people are talking? You're thinking that, aren't you? I know you. Hey, is this thing on?